This video is for those of you that feel fairly comfortable with Photoshop and would like to try some more advanced techniques. In this video, I'll show you another technique on how to make a cutout or make better selections. What I'd like to do is cut this cow out of this image and place him into this image. All right, I'm going to use my zoom tool to zoom in to my subject or object that I want to move. I'm going to use the quick selection brush. I'm going to make sure that auto enhance is on, and then I'm going to pay attention to the size of my brush. Using my bracket keys, I'm going to make the brush bigger, and I don't want to spill into the grass area, obviously, so I have to pay attention to the edge of my brush. So I'm going to make sure the edge of the brush stays inside of the cow. And I'm just grabbing these big areas. I'm going to change the size of my brush now. Going into the tail, going down into the leg area, making my brush even smaller. All right. Go into the other leg. Go up to the head, into the ear, and on purpose I'm going to subtract, using my Alt key, subtract a little bit of the head, just to show you what the Refine Edge can do. Alright, so I could have done a better job with my quick selection tool, but to illustrate what Refine Edge does, I left a few imperfections here. So I'm going to click on Refine Edge, and that brings up a red color overlay. You don't have to use that. You could use black if that's easier to see with, or white. I'm going to keep it on overlay and click outside of that, and then I'm going to turn on Smart Radius, and I'm going to turn that up just to 1.5 or something like that. All right. Now I get a different brush. This is the Refine Radius tool, and instead of worrying about the edge of this brush, I'm going to pay attention to the plus sign. And with the plus sign, I'm going to try to follow the edge between the cow and the background, and then hold down my mouse and just follow the edge. Once I let go, it fixes my edge. I can go between the two legs here, just brush a little bit with the plus sign. All right, and my tail area looks good. I'm not sure if it did a good job here, so I'm going to follow the edge. All right, so you can use the Refine Edge to repair your edges. I'm not going to use any of these tools right now. You can play with them. Shifting edge, in case you have parts of the edge that still don't work or look very good, you could shift the edge a little bit and take those bad parts out. Smoothing, feathering, contrasting, I'm not going to bother with. Decontaminating, there's some green spill here, which means the color of the grass when this photo was taken was kind of reflecting onto the cow's body underneath here. That supposedly takes away from that. I'm not going to bother with that right now. And I'm just going to make sure I go to Output to, and I'm going to output to New Layer with Mask, and click OK. All right, I'm going to make sure I'm going to click on my mask, and I am just looking for areas that need to be touched up. And it looks like I'm missing part of my leg here, so I need to touch that up. So I'm going to use the Zoom tool. Use a scrubby aspect. All right, and then with my brush, I'm just going to make sure that that area just comes back, because it got a little bit taken away with my Refine tool. Okay, I'm going to zoom back out. See, look for other areas that could be fixed. Part of the face looks like it got taken out with the Refine tool, so the areas that I use the Refine tool, I might have to go back with my brush a little bit just to bring some of it back. Yeah, some of the pixels got taken out, so I'm going to bring those back, just paying attention to my edge. Oops, I go too far, so I can flip my color chips and take the green out. Bring that back. And you shouldn't have to do too much repair. Just keep in mind where you did refine the edge. Okay, it looks pretty good. So using that refine edge button and then just using my mask real quick was enough. All right, I'm going to click back into the image thumbnail on my layer. I'm going to go to Window, Arrange, 2-up vertical. I'm going to use my Move tool. I'm going to drag my cow into that picture. Go Window, Arrange, Consolidate. And I have a floating cow or a giant cow monument of some sort. I'm going to put my cow over here. Choose Free Transform. Actually, transform flip horizontal. And then I'll go down to Layer, merge down, get the 2 layers together. If this is my completed project, can't move them now. And so there we have it. Using the Refine Edge button and then outputting it to a mask to make some finer details, you can make some really good selections using that technique.